But we have to talk about Jamar Chase. And let me tell you, Jamar Chase is a wild man, and he's genuine and honest at the same time. Man, if y'all haven't heard what is going on, Jamar Chase is taking this rivalry competition a little too far, maybe a little too serious, if you asking me. He wants to stop the Steelers from raw dogging his team, or I guess the players. However you want to look at it.
He wants
to stop the Steelers from raw dogging his team.
Oh, man. What do you mean?
I don't know, but the Bengals play the Steelers Thursday night. And, of course, they got a lot of history. They know each other well. Maybe they know or have secrets that nobody knows about. Hey, Jamar Chase sounds like, man, he is ready for whatever, man. He's ready for whatever the Steelers defense bring to the table this Thursday. From the physical aspect of football, the sexy play calling from the defense, he's ready for all of that type of football. And I can understand how much respect Jamar Chase has for the Steelers, but sexual context to describe his feelings about the Steelers is just wild, man. That's a wild take. And he didn't even flinch or smirk talking about the Steelers coming in town, the raw dog. So that tells me he meant what he said and said what he meant. Let's check out the brother.
It's always the most important game just because it's a divisional game also. But just the rankings that we got going on, the standings where we at right now. We know the Steelers going to try to come in and raw dog us and kill us, but we're going to be ready for that challenge, and we're going to be waiting for it.
Can you ride a little bit of this momentum? I mean, last
I mean, we're going to see how it goes. At the end of the day, we still got to capitalize on it for game time, but other than that, we're going to try to get it as far as we can.
Did anyone see a smile, a smirk, a flinch, anything? Straight face and all, baby.
He's tired of getting raw dog by them, man. He getting raw dog by them too long. He tired of it. He ain't playing.
Oh, man. Why did he say that? Why did he say that? What made that come out of his mouth? You know what I mean? First and foremost, chat, y'all make sure y'all strapping up out there, man. So that raw dog and stuff, that don't believe in that. Make sure y'all strapping up out there. And second, man, this has to be coming from Jamar Chase, position coach or offensive coordinator. They have to watch the terms they're using to describe whatever they describe in these meetings, because these players, as we can see, will get right in front of the cameras and echo these terms back. I don't think Jamar Chase made this up on his own. And third, man, what does coming here and raw dog us mean? Can someone break that down to me, please? Like, what does that mean? That doesn't mean come in here and take something. Like, what does that mean? I have no clue. They gonna come in here and raw dog us.
I don't know, man. I thought you would know that there was some football talk or something. I don't know.
Only thing I could think of was bro must have had a wild night the night before. You know, he probably couldn't stop thinking about the night before, the experience he had in raw dogging and the stripper pose and everything else. And it was still on his mind. And he was getting his experience last night confused with football because maybe they, was running plays or something like that. It was getting a little physical. It was a little tackling, a little blocking, a little pass deflecting and things like that going on last night while the raw dog and stuff was going on. So I don't know, man. Something about raw dog was going on for that to be on his mind. That this is going viral. Everybody has heard what he said. And we hear how crazy it is. And instead of seeing a bunch of terrible towels, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bunch of raw dog towels in the Pittsburgh Stadium this weekend or this Thursday, man. Man, I ain't never played against anyone that came in town or came into our stadium and raw dog us. Let me go ahead and admit that right off the bat. I have never been a part of that. My team has never done that to no one else's team, and no one has done that to any team.
So you mean to tell me that wasn't the game plan? That was never the game plan? We're going to go in there and raw dog them?
That has never been the game plan. Because I would have been the first one to raise my hand. Coach, I don't really understand what you mean. You want us to go in here and raw dog our opponent. Like, break that down. Coach, you know what? I'm hurt this weekend, Coach. I can't make the trip. So if that's the game plan, I'm gonna be in the training room, Coach. And I can't be a part of this raw dogging festivities that's going on. So,
You know, the Steelers is historically physical, man. That defense historically physical. So I don't.
for years upon years, they've been physical, and ain't nothing gonna change. You know what I mean? So they're gonna continue to be physical. They're gonna continue to bust you in your mouth when you play against them. But I never really seen them raw dogging. But whatever. And speaking of Mike Tomlin, oh man, they starting to piss Mike Tomlin off, man. Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, man, they are under so much pressure. It's causing them to make some of the stupid decisions dealing with player personnel. And it's pissing Mike Tomlin the freak off. From drafting 2 quarterbacks, Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel, and signing 2 others, one in free agency and trading for the other. Someone don't know what the heck they are doing for the Cleveland Browns.
Of course, they playing 8 quarterbacks right now.
They paying 8 quarterbacks. I mean, so much money is allotted for just quarterbacks. It's taken away from the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
And if Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry make it through the season and still have their jobs, I will be highly surprised. But let's listen to Mike Tomlin and see what he had to say about his colleagues.
To be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
Boy, Mike Tomlin cussed Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski out. Simple as that. He cussed them out with a good choice of words. He cussed them out. Like, how would you do that? Basically, Mike Tomlin is telling Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, you potentially stop the Cincinnati Bengals from coming in last in the division by trading your opening day starting quarterback to a team in the division that was already doomed and headed for last place. But now you just made them one of the most competitive teams in the division by giving them
your
starting quarterback that you believed in. They have a chance to stop Cleveland Brown chances from getting to the playoffs. And Kevin Stefanski traded Joe Flacco to a team that can stop them from getting to the playoffs. Theoretically speaking.
Yeah.
They traded Joe Flacco to a team that can stop them from getting to the playoffs. That is crazy. And he's not a third-string quarterback. He's not a backup quarterback. He is the head ninja in charge. And think about that. And think about what sense does it make trading Joe Flacco to the Bengals for a 5th-round pick? That's all they got. You traded Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals for a 5th-round pick, and that's a divisional opponent. Instead of just making him the 3rd-string quarterback or putting him on IR or something like that. I don't think that was worth it. Why is it worth it to take a chance of trading Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals in the division? Just put him on IR, make him the 3rd-string quarterback. Why are they so intimidated or scared of making Joe Flacco the 3rd-string quarterback?
Man, you know why, man. They never believed him in the first place. They just put him out there so they ain't had to put Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur out there. They know Joe Flacco ain't, so they ain't care about him for real. They just named him his starter because they ain't want to deal with the Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur at the beginning of the season. So they just like, man, we don't really want Joe Flacco in the first place. They can have him. We don't care. He ain't gonna really compete. So that's how I feel like they Browns really thought. That's why Tom was like, they must know something I don't know. Man, we know what they really feel about him. They never believed him. They never believed him in the first place.
They never believed him. They was just hoping to get by, and as long as they could, and hoping they didn't have to put Shedeur Sanders in the game. But all that is over with. All that is over. But all these horrible decisions only lead to one thing, and that's being fired. Kevin Stefanski plus Andrew Berry can count their days running the Cleveland Browns football team or organization, however you want to look at it. Because that's a bad sign to be called out by your colleague to the media. And it looks like Mike Tomlin wants some smoke with Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski when he see them this Thursday. So they better be prepared, man. Ain't no telling how Mike Tomlin is coming and the temperature he is bringing with him. But
man, they raw dogging. Wild, you know how they coming. They raw dogging. They ain't playing.
Oh, run, man. Save yourself. Run fast, man. We don't want no smoke with them folks, man. That is crazy, man.